What would your life look like if you stopped telling yourself that you can? If you stopped putting these arbitrary rules and limits on what you can and can't do on yourself? This is an idea I've been working with for honestly a couple years. Don't mind me, I am just making some food while I'm talking because there are no rules, right? But like most of the limits we put on ourselves, the ways we tell ourselves we can't do things, they come from a lack of belief in ourselves or a lack of belief derived by societal conditioning. The things that people say, oh, that's not possible. Oh, you can't do that because that's just not how it works. You can't make $20,000 out of nowhere because that's just not possible. You have to work hard if you want to make money. But I don't know. Me being over here, I don't see all those billionaires who are billionaires, multi-millionaires. I don't really see them working hard. I see their money working hard for them. I see the people beneath them working hard. So why should I believe the only way I can make money and be successful is to work so hard that I just can't manage, I can't function? Because it doesn't make sense. Nobody who is actually holding that wealth, gaining that wealth, keeping it, growing it continuously, nobody else is doing that. So why do I think I have to? There's so many rules, so many. It's like me not believing that I could just be happy and have days to myself and do art and just, make videos, do whatever I want to do for a living. I can do that. I've been doing that for a year and a half. I might not be doing it with an abundance of wealth for the last year and a half, but I haven't worked a job since the end of 2024. And that is something I am so proud of because I've made my life into my income. I figured out how to get myself sponsored and support myself in a way that's not ordinary because I don't believe what society tells me I can and can't do. If I still believe that, I'd be working in telecommunications call center still. That was one of the first jobs I had a mental breakdown at and left because it didn't work. I tried working a real job for years, for decades, and it just continuously did not work. And eventually I couldn't take it anymore. I had to say, no more. Like, I'm done with this. I need to build something that I'm going to enjoy, a job that I can love, a way that I can show up for myself day after day without just feeling like I can't move forward. Because that is what it was for the longest time. And I've built that. My reality shifts on what I believe I am worthy of what I believe I can obtain, I can do. So here's a question for you. What do you believe you can do? What do you believe you can't do? What limitations have you put on yourself that you don't even realize you put on yourself? Years ago, when I started my mental health and shadow work journey, I started looking for these beliefs that I held. I started looking for the ways that I saw the world and started trying to ask, but why? Why do I think this? Why do I feel this? Who told me to think and feel this? Because most times these thoughts, these ideas, these perceptions, they don't come directly from us, but we might feel like they do. And it's not because that's the case. It's just because that we've lived with them so long that they feel like they're a part of us, that they feel like the only way of being, the only way of existing. So of course it's your own thought. For years, for my whole life, I've had so many of these perceptions. The starving artist, you can't make money doing, the things you love. You have to work hard or, you're not going to go anywhere and you'll be stuck. The only way to, gain wealth is by making your way up the corporate ladder. A lot of these we are seeing with a growing frequency how they are not true. And modern society is helpful for that. They show us these holes. They show us, these examples on the internet of people who are living lives that aren't normal, doing things and supporting themselves in a way that's not traditional, that's not expected. And every time I see that, at some point I had to make the switch from, oh, I want that, I need that, to, oh, like, hey, they're doing it, so that's just more proof that I can do it. That's more proof that these alternative lifestyles, these alternative ways of living, of making money, of existing without having to worry, the more I see that, the more I recognize that as proof that I can do whatever I want. The only rules or the limitations are the one I set upon myself. It might take a while to get where I'm going, and that's okay. It might come quick too. You never know. I don't have to wait a decade to make money if I don't want to. I can start making money right away. Like, money is just one example, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. I guess it's something I'm really passionate about. And I'm trying to use that to feel these emotions and talk about the things that I feel passionate about, because I do, and I want to share it. Because once you start understanding that you're in a system that wants to keep you where you are, you start understanding that the way to success is to act in a way that is unpredictable, act in a way that they don't want you to, act in a way that feels natural to you. And we are all different. What that looks like for me is going to look completely different from you, or it might look the same. There might be overlaps or there might be none. We are all different. We all want different things. But the only way we're going to figure out what we want is A, by trying, and B, by letting go of the limitations we put on ourselves. You are capable of anything you want to do. You are worthy of whatever finances or career or life you want to build. You don't need to earn that by being here. Like, it's your birthright. It might take steps to get there. You might have hurdles to overcome, but those hurdles, they help to strengthen you. They help you come across the finish line. A lot of the things in your life you probably shouldn't have had to go through. I know there were a lot that really, really sucked, and I wish I wouldn't have to. And I'm not going to just gloss over it and say everything you went through has and serves a purpose. But for me, it's about seeing these things that I went through and understanding them and using that. Well, yeah, I went through it and it was shit and I shouldn't have had to do that. But because I did, because I already had to make it through there, I might as well see another side of it. I might as well see another aspect of it, because no one thing, no one circumstance, no one moment is just a single point in time. There are different aspects, there are different sides. And the less we start thinking, the less we think in the way that society wants us to think, the more we see our way out of it, the more we get through it, the more we see what's on the other side. So, yeah, this is what I got for you. I hope that this is the inspiration you need to take a first step. Take a little step. Try something. Make the account, make the post, create the thing, do the painting, write the recipe down. Whatever it is, whatever goal you have, whatever life you're trying to build for yourself, start today. Because you only live today once. And the longer you wait to try, the longer you wait to unbuild these narratives in your head, the longer you'll stay here. The only thing that's really, at the end of the day, keeping you here is you. It might take time. It might take work. There might be things you don't know, ways you feel like you're stuck and you can't get out. But all it takes is one thought to get the ball rolling. You just have to try. You just have to start. And if you trust, if you have faith, things might work out better than you expect. You might see things you wouldn't have seen when you were thinking that you had to be stuck here forever. When you say to yourself, I know there's a way out of here. I know I have options. I know I can do this. I always make it through it because I always have. I have a 100% success rate. Your brain starts looking for those options, starts looking for those ways out. You can do this. I did it. I believe in you. I have faith. Anyways, I'm grateful you're here. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next one.